Yes, welcome to Sunday school. If you can hear me, type one in the chat box. If you can see me, type two in the chat box. Welcome. It is, what's this, August 21st. And I like to start off every session with this amazing statement. And the statement is this will be my best school year ever. Yes, this will be my best school year ever. Now, if you agree with me, hey, type that in the chat box. Type that in the chat box. Let me know, declare it, and believe it for yourself. Yes, believe it for yourself. And actually, today, we are going to be discussing something that I feel like is absolutely important to having an awesome school year. Again, I'm Kantis Simmons. Welcome to Sunday school. Yes. Welcome to Bernice. Welcome to Michael. Welcome. Welcome to, there you go, Bernice. Welcome, Michael. Welcome, Goonice. Yep. Welcome to Emma. Welcome, Emma. Welcome. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Today, I want to discuss something that I believe hinders students, hinders parents, hinders educators, and I believe that we all can do a better job with that, and that is in this area of time. Yeah, time, right? We're blessed to be on this earth at this current moment, and we have time. And so I want to share a quick tip with you that I believe can impact everybody that has a little time. But while you're here, I definitely want to give you access to a few cool resources. Just because you're here, I want to give you access to my best-selling book called Play Your A Game. If you go over to playyouragamebook.com, hey, my team and I would love to send you a free copy of my best-selling book, Play Your A Game, How to Stay Motivated, Remain Focused, and Succeed in School and Life. If you want access to that, hey, just go over there. My team and I'll send you a free copy, yes, in the mail. All we ask you to do is pay shipping and handling. Also, if you are someone who's interested in figuring out how to pay the big college tuition bill, I would love to invite you to something that I love to do, this free workshop called Pay for College with Scholarships. Now, if you've ever heard my story, I have 3 college degrees and paid them all on scholarships. And I actually break down the tips, some tricks, some tools, some things that parents and students can do to be able to offset some of the college tuition bill. And if you want to participate in that, hey, definitely go over to kantissimmons.com/scholarship. Yes, kantissimmons.com/scholarship to register for our next live free workshop. All right, so let's jump right into this thing. I want everyone in the chat box to type this word. Let me spell the word for you, which I actually know you already have the word. But I want you to write this down somewhere. Maybe got a pencil or pad or something. I want you to write down this word, time. Yeah, time. Welcome to Jennifer. What's up, Jennifer? Welcome, Jennifer. Glad to see you here. Jennifer Matthews, welcome. Reese's Cup Hill, welcome from Macon, Georgia. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. So what I want to do, I'm going to talk about time, right? I want to talk about time from the perspective of, listen, this is all that we have, right? Now, let me say this up front. I don't believe in time management. I know I may have put it in a title somewhere. People toss that phrase around. I don't believe in time management. What I believe in managing yourself. All right, let me explain. So with time management, right? So I got my little watch here, right? I need to put my watch on, right? I can't add to time, nor can I take away time, right? We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have 7 days in a week, right? So 24 hours times 7 days a week, that comes to 168 hours. As a student, you have 168. As a parent, you have 168. As an educator, you have 168. As a mother, you have 168. As a father, you have 168. And even if you're a dog or a cat, you have 168 hours. Now, if you guys would be so kind, in the chat box, type, I have 168. Yeah, type it in the chat box. I have 168. Now, listen, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to have 168. I had a dear friend who just passed last week. Great young man. And his wife, now she has to, overcome the grief and the challenges of missing her husband. But while we are here, we have 168. Thank you, Michael. So what I want to do here, I want to give you something that I call the 168 rule. Now, I believe the 168 rule will work for everybody, okay? Now, this is how it works. Now, as a student, you can do this. As a parent, you can do the, as a educator, you can do this. And if you want this worksheet, just let me know in the comments. I'll make sure I send you this worksheet, okay? I'll send you this worksheet. All right, so we have 168 hours, and I want you to think about all the activities, all the different areas where your time is going, all right? And what I have here is that I have, let's see here, I have the opportunity there, right, to identify some activities that go with students, parents, and educators, things that, you constantly do, okay? And so what I want to do here now, let me close this, all right? So now what we want to do is look at how much time we have for sleep, all right? Let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. How many hours do you spend sleeping per day? Let me know. How many hours, right? Somebody said, I want the worksheet. Okay, cool. How many hours do you sleep per week? Okay, right? So there are 7 days in a week. So let's say 7 days in a week. Let's say, 7 times 7 or 7 times 8 a week, about 56. 6 hours. Michael says 6 hours. Let's go 8, Michael. Okay, let's go 8 hours a night. 8 times 7, 56. Jennifer says 5. Okay, 5 hours a week. I'm speaking a week, y'all. I'm sorry, a week. Okay, so 8 hours a day. 8 times 7, 56. Let's say we sleep over extra hours on the weekend. All right. So for that, let's go here and let's document this. And let's say 60 hours a week, okay? Now notice, because we spent time 60 hours a week, notice that we automatically have 108 hours left, okay? Now, we ask ourselves, okay, how much time are you or your students spending in the classroom, okay? So traditionally, for college students, college students spend, if you're taking about 16 credit hours, you're actually 16 hours in the classroom. If you're in high school, it's about 8 hours a day, right? 5 days a week. So let's go with that number, okay? 5 days a week, let's say 8 hours in the classroom, whether that's elementary school, middle school, high school, about 8 hours, okay? So we take 8 times 5, and we look at the number of hours inside the classroom. That's 40 hours. Now notice, just from sleep and class time, we've gotten rid of 100 hours per week. All right. Now, your son or your daughter, or you as a student, you may have some extracurricular activities. Maybe you're playing baseball in the afternoon, maybe playing football, maybe you're on the cheerleading squad. Okay. So on average, let's just say on average, it's about 2 hours a day, extracurricular activities. So 2 times 5. Not even calculating the game and the festivities on Friday or the weekend. Let's just say football, okay? So 2 hours times 5 days a week. Now we have 10 hours of extracurricular activity. Now, as a student, some students may have part-time jobs. Some students, specifically in college, may have some part-time jobs. Let's say in this case, a student has a very minor part-time job. Maybe an hour a day or 2 hours. Let's do an hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day, maybe, 3 days out of the week. Okay. Let's just say 6. Okay. There's a part-time job. Now we got to calculate, hey, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How much time is that? How much time is breakfast, lunch, and dinner? So we look at breakfast, I don't know, half an hour maybe. Half an hour for breakfast. Maybe half an hour for dinner. Maybe an hour for lunch. Okay. So let's just say 2 hours. Okay. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner total 2 hours. Okay. Some people eat fast. Some people say, no, I just need an hour. Y'all let me know in the chat box how much time does it take for your son or your daughter or yourself to eat per week? Okay. I'm going to go with 2 hours per day. That's the prep of it and everything. So 2 times 7 is 14. So for eating, let's put 14 hours. All right. So notice we have 38 hours left. I believe my math is right. 3,800. Yeah. 38 hours left. Okay. Now what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to take away the extracurricular activity. Let me say, don't have a part-time job. Okay. Let's keep this. All right. Hygiene time. Yeah. Bathing time, brush that teeth time, comb that hair time. Hygiene time. Yes, students, work on your hygiene. Bathe, brush your teeth, right? So how much time that take? Let's say morning time, half an hour, afternoon, half an hour. So let's say 7 hours, okay? Now we got to consider travel time. How much time traveling to school? How much time traveling away from school? Maybe you drive to school if you're an adult student. And then now we got to look at travel time. So maybe 15 minutes going, 20 minutes going, 20 minutes coming back. All right. So let's say about 30 minutes. 30 minutes times 7 days. Okay. So we'll say 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours of travel time. Now I put a question mark time. Now here's why I bring this up. There's something that a lot of students are doing that people don't talk about. Nope, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about cell phone time. We don't talk about texting time. We don't talk about social media time. We don't talk about video game time. Now, believe it or not, and you can check it with your own device. Look at your device. Your device can tell you how much time you're on that cell phone. Actually, my cell phone is in another room, right? Because you got to develop discipline where your cell phone is concerned. But on average, teenagers and young adults spend 28 hours per week on cell phones, text messages, social media, video games. 28 hours per week. Now, if you don't believe me, go dive into your cell phone and look how much time you're on that mobile device. Okay? With that in mind, let's put the 28 hours of time here. And you see, we only have 5 hours left per week. Guess what this is? So I'm going to put right here, I'm going to put that, this is called cell phone time. Notice what I didn't talk about. I hadn't talked about social life time. Maybe some of you guys are smelling yourself, guys, see a little girl you like, dating time, right? Friends time. If you're an adult student, we have been talking about your relationships or even family time. But when we add all this up, one thing we have not considered is study time. Yeah, it's study time. I highly recommend that you spend 2 hours studying outside the classroom for every hour you're in the classroom, especially as a college student. So if you're taking 16 credit hours, I'm going to do this for a college student. If you're taking 16 credit hours, college student, all right? And most college students, they may have a part-time job. So I'm going to go here 10 hours here. Some of you guys may work, all right? If you're taking 16 credit hours in the classroom, okay, then my recommendation is you should be studying at least 32 hours of study time. Now notice that we're actually in a deficit. Yeah, we're actually in a deficit. Okay, let's switch it up a little bit. All right. How about we do this? Let's say you're an adult. Okay. Let's say you're an adult and you're only taking 3 credit hours. Right? We're taking 3 credit hours. You're going to school 3 hours a day. All right. I'm going to say no extracurricular activities. You got a full-time job. You're an adult student working a full-time job. Eat time, 5, hygiene, 7, travel time. It probably takes you a little bit longer to get to work. Right? So I'm going to say 30 minutes on the front end, 30 minutes on the back end. If you live in Atlanta, probably an hour on the front end. All right? So I'm going to say 30 minutes, 5 hours there. Okay? Cell phone time, maybe you don't do 28. Hope you're not doing 28 hours. Okay? Hope you're not doing 28 hours. Let's say you're doing 15. Okay? Now, you got study time for every hour, 3 hours, every hour in your classroom, 2 hours outside of that. So let's say 6. 18 hours. Now, we could do this all day, right? We could do this all day. But the idea that I want you to see is this. When you're out of time, you can't get certain things done this school year. So now we have to look at our priorities. Yeah, we got to look at our priorities. Right? Let's go back to the classroom. If you're a high school student, 40 hours a week, extracurricular activities, you're not working a part-time job. Maybe you got some eat time, right? Travel time. It was 3.5. 40 hours a week. And again, how much time are we putting towards studying? This is what I call the rule of 168. If you're going to have a awesome school year, it boils down with having a successful, check this out. If you want a successful school year, it boils down with having 12 successful months. You want to have a successful month? That boils down to what? Having 4 successful weeks. That boils down to having what? 7 successful days. That boils down to having 24 successful hours. That boils down to having 1 successful hour. That boils down to having successful 60 minutes. And we get down to 1 minute and 1 second. If you want to have a successful school year, it means you have to, check this out, manage yourself. Yeah, you can't manage time, but you can manage yourself. And whether you're a student, parent, educator, counselor, advisor, coach, I want you to impress upon your colleagues, upon your students, upon your family to really assess where the time is going. Because I honestly believe if you're going to have an awesome school year, if this is going to be the best school year you've ever had, guess what? You're going to have to manage yourself. As you manage yourself, I believe you will have an awesome school year. Hopefully that was helpful. If you love that, give me some hearts. Give me some likes there. Let me know if that was powerful. Let me know if that was impactful for you. Now, listen, if you want this worksheet, hey, down in the comments, just say, hey, send me the worksheet. Send me the worksheet. If you want a copy of my book, my best-selling book, Play Your A Game, hey, go over to playyouragamebook.com to get a copy of this book, playyouragamebook.com. It's all about how to stay motivated, remain focused, and succeed in school and life. If you want a little help with funding the big college tuition bill, maybe you know somebody who's going off to college and looking for some resources, hey, definitely encourage them to come to our live free workshop there. KantisSimmons.com/scholarship. KantisSimmons.com /scholarship. Hey, hopefully you've enjoyed Sunday school. Listen, I don't want to take up all of your day. I just wanted to jump on real quick to give you something to think about so you can have your best school year ever. Hey, I'm Kantis Simmons. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sunday school. Thank you for all those that are watching here live. And listen, hey, we'll be here next week serving you so you can absolutely play your A game. Hey, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.